This school begins with the realization, I am asleep. This is not a poetical statement. Although most will argue that they are in fact fully awake and alert, walking around and conducting business, this is an illusion. The fact that we are walking around and conducting business only shows that we have learned to do these things while asleep. Once in a great while, a person may wake up for a moment and notice the difference in their state. Often this occurs in a moment of great danger or stress, such as in an accident, where time seems to slow down and we may see things in a different way. Occasionally, a person may experience déjà vu, and ordinary things and events may seem to be filled with great meaning. In any case, the moment quickly passes and we are left with only the memory of a memory. This state of sleep is unnatural for us. We each have in ourselves the possibility of being awake, of living in a state in which everything and every action is filled with meaning, and in which we see things as they are. The reason for our sleep is, on one level, quite simple. We are only half-developed beings. Nature has brought us to a certain point in our development, suitable only for the purposes of nature. We have in us the potential for further development, but humanity has, for the most part, forgotten that this potential exists. This school also begins with an aim. I wish to awake. Mr. Gurdjieff used an allegory, that of a man in prison. First of all, he must realize that he is, in fact, in prison. Secondly, he must wish to escape. Thirdly, in order to escape, he must cooperate with other prisoners who also wish to escape, because one man cannot escape by himself. Finally, he must have help from people who have already escaped, who are outside the prison and can send him tools and instructions. Throughout the history of mankind, there have existed people who have achieved their aim and have awakened fully, developing themselves to their full potential as human beings. A few of these people we know as historical figures, yet most of them we will never hear about. These are the already escaped prisoners of Mr. Gurdjieff's allegory. In their presence, and possibly for years after their deaths, men and women would gather, learn, and eventually awaken for themselves. These groups or schools have existed under various names in every part of the world at different times. They have used different languages and techniques, always adapting themselves to the culture and people. G.I. Gurdjieff searched for and found one of these schools in Central Asia at the beginning of the 20th century, and it was there that he learned the ideas and techniques which we now know as the Fourth Way. The ideas Gurdjieff taught did not originate with him, but are part of a continuous living tradition, thousands of years old. Gurdjieff died in 1949, and his work was carried on by his students, P.D. Uspensky, Maurice Nicole, Rodney Collin, Beryl Pogson, and others. They have put the ancient ideas of man's hidden possibilities into a language and a form which is suitable for people of our time and culture, which is sometimes called simply the work. Work groups or schools exist in this country now. Many are philosophical or theoretical in nature, studying ideas, reading books, etc. A few are practical, that is, learning practically how to develop, how to awaken. Like any organization, the work is made up of people. Some have been working on themselves for many years. Others just began last Tuesday. Each can help the other in some way to achieve their aim. When I am asleep, someone else may be awake and can act as an alarm clock for me, reminding me of my wish to be more awake.